Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and today we're playing with The Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack, early access courtesy of the EA Creator Network. Okay, so jumping over to the Goth family now. In the last couple of episodes, Cornelia Goth, who is Mortimer's mum, has passed away. So the Goth family are looking a little bit sad when I've joined them. And up here, I've just had a notification saying, your household is a recipient of a will from a recently deceased Sim. Keep an eye out on that mailbox. It should arrive within the next mail delivery. Once you've received the will, be sure to read it out loud to receive your inheritance. So we can look at inheritance, but also planning a funeral in today's video. All being well, if things go as I intend them to go, that is the plan. So let's check in with everybody. Let's check in with Mortimer. He's acquired the logic skill. Good job, Mortimer. So he has this buff saying there's a loss in the family, and I am so excited to have a little bit more nuance when it comes to the whole grieving process in the game, because it used to feel very kind of like one size fits all, cut and dry. And I think, you know, people grieve differently for a start based on their own personality and their own experiences and culture and things like that. And also, you know, you might feel differently about a sim. If you hated a sim, if you are glad to see the back of them, then why are you grieving them? So I'm hoping for a little bit more nuance, a little bit more flavor to grieving now that we have this expansion pack installed. But currently Mortimer has loss in the family from losing a parent. It's hard to see those closest to us pass away. Mortimer can find some solace by mourning at a tombstone or an urn. I don't actually know if she has an urn. Maybe he's going to get that when he reads the will. I'm not sure. Normally I do like a bit of a run through before I film the episode to kind of see what to expect, and I haven't had time to do that. I'm doing 2 episodes back to back, so I don't really know what's going to happen or how this is going to go. Also pointing out what we can also check out with Mortimer is that he does have the new aspiration to be a ghost historian, and he's got getting into the spirit. So he wants to befriend a ghost, which he should be able to do, right? His mum's a ghost now. He also wants to get level 2 in thanatology. And thanatology is the study of kind of death and death practices and death rituals and things like that, beliefs around death. So he wants to do that, and he also is working on his writing skill. So Mortimer traditionally is in the writer career. I love that for him. I do put him in the writer career myself quite a lot. And we also have horror novels now. I'm not quite sure how to unlock them, but I know that they're there, and I like the idea of him kind of you know, being a horror novelist. So maybe that's something we can check out together. I can't get my words out. I am a bit tired. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I've got my coffee with me, so hopefully I'm gonna like perk up as this video goes along. Oh, it's hot. But it is 3 o'clock in the morning and he's in his little boy's room for some reason. So let's just go down here and get Mortimer to, you know, have a little bit of a night's sleep. Let's cry it out. Get under the covers and have a little cry. Do you know what? You just lost your parent. I think it's perfectly acceptable to do that. Bella then is playing the role of supportive wife. She's also getting some applesauce for some reason out of the fridge. Maybe not, Bella. Maybe we need to serve the family something a little bit healthier. Considering we just had a loss in the family, I know that when I've experienced losses, I've gone on a bit of a health kick. So I don't want to cook together, but I want to cook, and we'll make some, I mean, pan de muerto makes sense. Pan de muerto makes sense, doesn't it? Let's make a party-sized pan de muerto. Yeah, leave the applesauce alone, Bella. Let's see how Cassandra's doing. Cassandra, is Bella not grieving? I mean, even though she's Mortimer's mum, she's not directly genetically related, and they didn't have a particularly amazing relationship either, because I just basically threw them into the game and started playing. We didn't get that far, but I wonder if her relationship had been higher with her, if she would grieve her. Like, do you grieve friends when they pass away? I'm curious to know. But yeah, she's not particularly bothered. She's like, Cornelia who? Oh yeah, Mortimer's mum. I'll check on my husband. You think it'd be nice as well if she had something like, oh, I'm concerned about my husband, he's grieving. That would also be cool. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying I don't know what there is and isn't there yet, but like expectation wise, that'd be a nice thing to have. So we can see here though that Cassandra is grieving. She also has a loss in the family from losing a grandparent. And she did have a slightly higher relationship with her than her mum did. Let's check in on Alexander. He also has this same buff, and he had a really good relationship with Cornelia. So I imagine he's going to take it a little bit harder. It should really take longer to recover from grief, like the better the relationship you had. I would have thought. I would expect it to play that way. But let's sort of see how this goes. Right, what are you doing, Cassandra? She's getting in bed with her dad and crying it out. Oh my goodness, they're under the covers together, father and daughter, crying it out. Like, that's actually kind of wholesome. Okay, so he's still feeling pretty sad. I think we probably, what are their needs like? I've just switched to them. They're doing okay. So let's have Mortimer try and comfort Cassandra. What options do we have here? Check in on Cassandra, console about death. There we go. Stop walking away, Cassandra, come back. So I have given them all makeovers. They do have like the new clothes, but they've also got the old clothes on as well. So I could go ahead and get him to change the outfit to something from the pack. But just know that you're going to see a mix of like base game outfits and other outfits. Where is she going? What are you doing? You're talking to your mum. Okay, didn't want to talk to dad. Maybe, and because she's macabre, I gave her the new macabre trait. She can spread the gloom, make morbid observations, demand independence. That's just normal, right? And things like that. So interesting. We'll see how this goes. Okay, let's try that again. Let's come over here and console about death. Can you do what I've asked you to do, please? There we go. This is cute. Okay, hopefully she feels a bit better. They've got friends in a time of loss. Mortimer has formed a bond with Cassandra, the kind that can only come from the profound grief of death. Also, grief isn't just for death. You can also grieve the loss of a friendship or grieve, getting fired from a career you loved and things like that. I believe there's different, like, grief applies to different situations, not just loss. So if you're like me and you're like, I don't like it when Sims die, and I don't want any Sims to die ever, you may still get some of the features of this pack, but in other situations, just letting you know that that's a thing. Okay, they worked through some of that. I want to see what Cassandra can do though, like, because she's very gloomy. So make a morbid observation. Let's see like the outcome of that. So she doesn't have any kind of buff from being consoled. How is Mortimer doing? Cozy fire. That did not go so well. Maybe it wasn't the right time, Cassandra. He wasn't in the mood for that. Okay. Like, how is your son doing? He's grieving. Teach a valuable lesson. Sometimes life gives us lemons, and sometimes those lemons are dead grandparents, and we have to learn how to feel what we're feeling, but in a healthy way, where we're doing cathartic things and not suppressing. There you go, that's the lesson she's teaching him. Sometimes life sucks. Sometimes shit happens. Okay, so console about death. There we go. Let's also do that with Alexander. He's trying to cook with her. Do you remember, like, he cooked with his grandma in the last episode? So if we look at his buffs, he should have cooking together. So he's like trying to reenact that with his current family. That's adorable. I like all the stories as well. Again, when I've kind of played with this a little bit off camera, I've liked the stories that have come up around this. So for example, like chased by death, or, you know, feeling, you know, having near-death experiences can provoke, you know, wanting to live a healthier lifestyle and get into kind of like fitness that maybe they weren't into before. So I've generated kind of my own storylines and my own gameplay in response to the things that have been happening from this pack, which I am excited about, especially when I get like other packs installed, like the opportunities that that's going to give me. Like maybe my sim is going to get really into wellness, you know, because her mum dies and she gets really into yoga because it's like a fear response. Or like, I don't know, I just think there's a lot of opportunities, especially with things like vampires, which is a very macabre pack, and coffins and graveyards. I think I could see a lot of like interesting storylines developing there. But we're trying to focus on the whole grief process, will writing and things like that today. So I can't remember what time the mail comes at. Is it about 9 o'clock in the game? I can't remember. But it does look like there's something in there now. So I'm going to have him go out and get the mail. Donate a lost soul to science. There's no souls in your inventory. I like that that's an option. That was an option in, I think it was like ambitions for The Sims 3. If you went out and kind of like collected the ghosts, you could sell the souls to the science facility for like science research. So that's cool that, you know, we still have that in some form. Alexander's got some social skills. I'm glad he's talking about his grief. What are you doing? What's taking you so long? Get out of here. Come on. Like, they're such a nice family. He's collected everything from the mailbox. So we do have the will of Cornelia Goth. Okay, I'm quite excited for this. So let's gather everybody together. Let's get everybody to sit here. We can make our own heirlooms as well. I don't feel like that's necessary because, like, should she miss work? Yes, she should miss work. Like, listen, like, there's been a death in the family. I'm sure the boss will understand. Sit here and sit here. Let's get everybody in here. Okay, come on, everybody, get in here. Put your food down. You don't need that right now. Put your mac and cheese down, Cassandra. I'm gonna call everybody the wrong names. I'm sorry. I get really mixed up with names. It's my own old age kind of showing up, I think. Right, everybody's here, and we can read the last will and testament of Cornelia Goth. I am quite excited to do this. Read the will out loud. Oh, we can also give it to somebody. Like, say he didn't want to read it. If he was too upset, he could give it to Bella to read. But he's going to do it. This is his mum's will. He's got this responsibility. He's got this down. Okay. How are they all reacting? Oh, they all walked off. Where are they all going? Why are they leaving? He's done. He's okay. He's not too sad. Okay. So Cornelia's will has arrived. Heirloom, Never Fade Mirror will be given to Bella Goth. Heirloom, Nibbles the Grimton will be given to Cassandra Goth. The Maelstrom chair will be given to Mortimer. So that has worked correctly. Like, that's what I assigned in the first gameplay video. That's what I said to do. Sim remains preference. The Crow's Perch headstone. Preferred funeral activities. Give mournful eulogy, light candles, moment of silence, plant something and mourn deceased. 80% of simoleons go to the Goth household and 20% of the simoleons donated to charity. Personal note, live long and prosper, because I didn't know what to write in the moment. So how do I actually get the Crow's Perch headstone? How do I get that in? Because I thought it'd just like appear in my inventory. So I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I'm not doing something right. Oh, I know what I can do then. So let's plan a funeral. We'll have it for today. I'm just going to do it actually through the kind of party planner, the events. Plan a social event. And we'll plan a funeral for like later today. And I think that's how I pick the headstone, I think. So funeral, it says it's always a gold event, okay? So the departed sim. Now you can't actually pick sims that you don't even know here, which I think is a bit strange, but also kind of fun. I kind of like the idea of kind of like running funerals for random sims. Well, he does know him. He's got a really good relationship with him. I don't know why. Apparently Mortimer met Kai Aether at some point, but I like that as well. So you can kind of do a funeral for a sim at any point. I think as well, and like, don't quote me on this, but I think you can just run multiple funerals. You just need a ghost that you know to be able to run the funeral for them. So if you wanted to do a funeral for somebody every year as like a ritual remembrance thing, you could do that. But yeah, we're here for Cornelia. I like the idea of like just befriending ghosts and giving them funerals. Like, so random. Mortimer can be the host, and then we need guests. So we want Bella, Cassandra, Alexander, Bob Pancakes, because why not? And we'll get Simis over and Michael. We'll get anyone who's like family. Laying Coffin for some unknown reason. And that seems pretty good to me. We'll go with that. Don Lothario, get away from my teenage daughter. Not in this series. Okay, we can also hire mourners, which is quite fun. So you can get like a celebrity mourner or something like that as well. Like, I don't know because I don't have multiple packs installed, but like if you say you like, I think it'd be really funny if like Judith Ward popped up here and you could like hire a celebrity to come and mourn at your funeral. I don't know if that's possible or not, but like all these random people. So like Summer Holiday, Eric Lewis, Eliza Pancakes, Liberty Lee. Let's get... Eliza's probably the funniest person to do that, so we'll get her. Entertainer, we can hire an entertainer. If you know somebody who has those skills, you can pick them there as well. And then we get to pick the dress code. So she was very grey and she was very formal. So I think we would go with like polished and black or grey. Let's go with polished and grey. I feel like that suits Cornelia. She did say that she wanted a very serious funeral, so yeah, cool. And then so there's this stuff here. I like as well that it marks on what the person wanted. So you could do the opposite of what they wanted, right? You could ignore their requests and just do what you want to do, or you can go in and kind of specifically get the things that they wanted. So you can see it's marked with this little will. So we'll pick the things that she wanted, and we'll throw something of our own in there as well. Give toast, there we go, we'll put our own spin on it. I wonder as well, like if there's more stuff here, if you have like other packs installed, for example, like plant something. I wonder if there's anything with seasons there and things like that. Like, you know, flowers as well, like give flowers would be really cool, because we've got things like the bouquets from seasons, or you know, just flowers in general. I can imagine that'd be a cool thing to do, but I guess plant something kind of counts for that. Okay, let's keep going. I just think flowers are such a funeral thing. We're gonna have it at the new what they called, cemetery? Yeah, cemetery, Eternal Hollow. Let's have it there. Okay, let's go. I'm quite excited for this. Like, I've watched funerals in the game for such a long time. I just think it's like a part of life, right? It's like a rite of passage. And because like Sims die all the time in The Sims, like if you ever look at the statistics that they post for Sims dying, Sims are dying left, right and centre. So it's like, it's only right that we should have this kind of cathartic practice around death in the game, because, you know, sometimes you can, it is a computer game, you don't have to take it that seriously, but you can like kill Sims for fun and it's like all fine and silly. But like, I've got stories of, you know, my mum playing with her dad in The Sims, like when I first gave her The Sims 1 and she made her own family, and then her dad died in like the swimming pool and she was so upset and she couldn't play it for ages. She was like, I can't play that game anymore, it's really upset me. And so I think, you know, sometimes death can be really upsetting in the game. I get upset when Sims die, so to have something like this, I just think it's really good emotionally to play through things like this. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. So I have done a couple of funerals in testing kind of before now just to kind of see what I was expecting, because I didn't want to be all over the place and I didn't want to not know what I was doing, so I wanted to kind of like give it a run through, but I've not done it with this specific family, so I'm a little bit like, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing right now. Everybody, when I was doing it before, everybody was in like the same household, so because this was two different households, I was like, I don't know how this works. It's like, it's a whole different ballpark. But anyway, so plant something more deceased, give a mournful eulogy. And we do actually have, wait, hang on, I thought he was gonna let me pick the tombstone. I don't have the right grave. I thought I was gonna pick the grave. I've done something wrong. I don't know what I've done wrong, but I've done something wrong. I can't change it either. I don't know what I did wrong there, guys. Like, somebody let me know in the comments what went wrong, because I wanted her to have this one and I don't have that one. I've got this stupid one. Oh. Oh no, I did it wrong. Okay, let's move swiftly on with it, even though I'm stupid and bad at showing off packs. Let's get over here. Go here. It'd be nice as well if we could, like, you know, in My Wedding Stories, how you can ask somebody to be the officiant of the wedding. I'd really love to like be able to go up to somebody and ask them to be like the officiant of the funeral, like the funeral director. Cassandra's a bit occupied right now. Should she still go to school? No, miss, take a vacation day. You're at a funeral. School should understand. Okay, I like that it gives me that option. Okay, so everybody's like out here tipping one out. Look at these guys. You're making a mess, not on the road. So I guess we can like thank for coming. Heartfelt compliment. We don't have to thank for coming. I feel like that should be something that comes up. I'm not seeing very many funeral specific interactions. I thought there'd be a little bit more like there might be if we go deeper into the pie menu, but I would have liked a little bit more kind of surfaced on the pie menu for this. Check in on Bob. I mean, we should probably prioritise our family. Why? This doesn't feel like what he told you to dress in. That does not look polished to me, Cassandra. I might just change Cassandra's outfit because that does not look appropriate at all. It's a bit of a running problem with like auto-generated outfits that they kind of get a little bit random. But let's change outfit and pick something maybe a little bit more suitable from the list of outfits that I've given her. Let's put her in that. That feels a bit more appropriate. There we go. Alright, so this is going okay so far. Oh, the Grim Reaper's here? Why is the Grim Reaper here? Complain about Will. I wanted the whole 100%. I did not want to give 20% to charity. How rude of Grandma. How did you go along with this death? Why didn't you convince her? It's loud in my ear. There's so many Sims. Did he talk to Death? Ask about the afterlife. What happened to my mother? Is she okay? Get out of that seat. Take part-time off. He's talking to him, but he's just doing it from over there. I know Bella's missing work. Shush, it's fine. Ask Grim for fashion advice. Ask to look at Grim's slablet of souls. He is a horror story writer, so I feel like this is good research. Ooh, there are objects found in Bilberg that are designed to work well with funerals. The Simple Life, Simple Death podium houses many funeral interactions the Sims might like to complete during the event. The burial casket and gravesite objects can store Sim remains. So drag a Sim to... The objects also allow for funeral interactions to be formed by selecting the urn or gravestone inside. Place a memorial display and memorial portrait. I don't have a portrait of her. I don't have a picture of her. That's sad. To dedicate it to the deceased. If you'd like more celebrity event, go blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's a lot of stuff. I should read all this, but you can pause and read that if you like. That's very wordy to me. It's a bit overwhelming in the moment, so I'm just going to ignore that. What I am going to do, though, is take a selfie. I'm going to have Mortimer take a selfie, because he was her favourite son, and we can leave... this guy in the background. That feels inappropriate at a funeral. That's so funny. And we don't have a photo of her, but we can grab one of these photos. It's got a gnome on it. This is why it took so many photos, because one has a thumb over it and one has a gnome on it. We're not the ones that died, but we're making it about us in this moment. What can he do here? Place a funerary drape tribute. Place funerary spray tribute. That's flowers. That's cool. So we've got a kind of standing coffin here for like... Doesn't have her remains in it. Can I actually put her remains in it? Oh, I think I did. Oh, so I've put her remains in it for the funeral. Okay, that's cool. And he's like sad and he's going to put some flowers on it. That's cute. I love that. It would be fun if like there was like a ringing from inside the coffin. Funeral, call over guests. Please take your seats. It worked well for my wedding stories, right? So let's try it here as well. Okay, everybody take your seats. Funeral. What did she want? She wanted a mournful Yugulagi. I say Yugulagi like that because of Zoolander, by the way. There we go. This is wholesome. This is nice. They're actually stood around paying attention. They're not wandering around. A couple of people chatting amongst themselves, but for the most part, seated, paying attention, like good school children. This is much better than My Wedding Stories. If you remember the chaos when that pack first came out, the Sims were all over the place. They were like, we don't listen, we do our own thing. And I respect that, honestly, autonomy on. But yeah, this is functioning a little bit better. I love that the Grim Reaper is like hanging out for the funeral. Like, it's so random. Like, sorry, I've got honey on my cup. He wasn't invited, but he's here. Fair enough. Look at them paying attention. This is great. Like, look at this. It's actually working. People aren't really crying or reacting too much. They're listening. I thought I'd see a few more tears, you know, a few more like... I did my nana's ugly. I was shaking, but then I was like, I think doing things like this, like speaking on camera and stuff, I was like, just... like it's showtime kind of thing. I was like, right, just do it. And it went, I was really pleased with myself. It went really well. My dad was happy with it. I think it's better to have family do it because it's like a little bit more personal. I've had like people do it who, you know, when you get a priest to do it and they don't know the person and it's like so impersonal, even though this person's telling the stories that are personal to you, it's coming from someone who didn't really know that person. I really, really dislike that. Anyway. Let's, what else do we need to do? Light candles, mourn deceased, and plant something. Lead the funeral activities. Run any interaction under the funeral pie menu. Okay, hang on. Let me have a look then and see what is there. He's about to give a speech as well, I think, Sim Spatula. So if I go to Cassandra, who's freaking out currently. Actually, do I have any buffs for this? Strange inspiration, euphoric presence. An unexpected surge of inspiration has swept over Mortimer, as if a dazzling cloud of creative energy has enveloped him. So this is because I think ghosts can like do these like special auras. Doesn't really, I'm not seeing a huge amount actually in terms of buffs or reaction to the funeral. I might just be getting unlucky, but I was expecting to see a little bit more. I like it though. I do really like it. I like how customizable it is. Offer awkward sympathies, offer sympathetic joke. I don't know if he's much of a jokester. I feel like Bella a joke, but he's going to offer awkward sympathies. What's this? I don't know. But let me go ahead and grab the remains back. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know how I've ended up with like the wrong grave. Oh, this is so cute. This is actually really wholesome. I like this. Like that. Sorry, I moved the camera by accident. He's like there. Okay, let's get outside and find a nice plot for us. So we can just take one of these ones. Let's get this one here. And what we can do is we can drag out the gravestone onto there. Now it's an urn. How do I like make it funeral? How do I like make it the urn? Oh, urn. Oh no, I can't. Well, I don't want it to be an urn, but I can select it. I don't know how to do it. Turn on auto switch. Okay, wait, hang on, wait. If I put it in my... Wait. I think I've got it. I think I understand, right? If I put it here and then I click on it, I can display as a gravestone. There we go. That's the one she wanted. Okay. And then turn off auto switch. Okay, I've got it. I understand how to do it now, I think. Unless it's gone wrong again. No, it's changed again. Why is it doing that? Turn off auto switch. Urn. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what I've done wrong there. Maybe it's because you can't put a grave on it. Right, hang on. Let me figure this out. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna work. It's gonna be perfect. For Mortimer's mother. Oh look, you get little like sensors. That's really cool. Like incense burners. Okay. Display as a gravestone. Displays this one. Okay. We've got auto switch off. So I can put it on one of these things, but I don't want to do that, right? I want to have like, I want one of these little plots. Where do I put the grave? Oh, there's space over there. Right, hang on. Let's put it over here near the entrance. There we go. Okay, I figured it out now. Turn it round. There we go. I've done it. I did it. Guys, I did it. I figured it out. Okay, but let's have a quick look at what was available on here. So, 10 gravesites. So we've lost those interactions because I took the urn off it. So now I should have interactions over here. Okay. All right. I figured I understand what I'm doing now, I think. Possibly. Okay. Funeral. What did I say I wanted to do? Light candles. I light this candle and watch it throw tears on my pillow. Oh, do you see the little thought bubble? Oh, I think she's in there. Oh, this is so cute. Can I get everybody to gather around? Can I get everybody like over here? Call over guests. There you go. Why didn't that count? Funeral member. That didn't check off. Why didn't that check off? Oh, it did. Okay, you just had to complete the interaction. Okay. Yeah, we want everybody over here, please. Stay here. Don't worry. Just piss yourself. She peed herself so much. It's basically like you're doing it in honor. Look at this. Look at everybody coming over. This is working. It's actually working, guys. It's not like my wedding stories. Like, things are actually doing what I told them to do. And look at them all in grey. Like, this is great. Okay. I want to, funeral, give a toast. Toast deceased sim. Toast deceased sim. There we go. Okay. The Grim Reaper coming over as well. Like, he's like, I was basically a best friend. What is your special interest in my mother, Grim Reaper? Like, what is that about? Okay. And that worked. Okay, I really, really like this one, plant something. I would love one of those burials where it's like you go in a pod and like they plant a tree in, like, and it grows out of your remains. It's kind of like you're feeding the tree, right? Like the belly song. So I like that idea. But how do I plant something? Are there any actual planters on the lot? I feel like there should be planters on the lot. Because I can't. How do I plant something if I can't get a plant? Is there an option on the gravestone itself to plant something, or do I have to get some seeds from somewhere? Funeral, pretend to wail. I love that, like fake grieving. That's so fun. Yeah, I don't see an option to get seeds from the gravesite itself. I'm surprised that there's no planters. You would have thought they'd have planters on this lot, right? Like there's space for them. Like here, I could put a planter here. Because I feel like it's something that you should have. People like to plant stuff and it's an option. So it's weird to me that it's like they didn't give us planters. Like you can just go like that, right? We could just have a planter there and then we can like get plants, get seeds. Okay, so let's purchase seeds. Let's get flowers and hopefully I'm going to get flowers and fruits because I'm hoping to get a lily. Because I think that would be really, really suitable. From here, open seed packet. I've got chrysanthemums and snapdragons. Let's see what fruits we get. Open seed packet. Let's do an apple tree. I like the idea of it being an apple tree. Bit weird, really, if you think about it, that, you know, you're eating the apples. What? But let's plant the apple tree. Let's not think about it too much. Here we go. So what have we got going on here? Decorate a good environment. I really like this. I really like that that's an option. Let me just pause for a second, see what he's got. Decorated, feeling their presence from attending a funeral. It's as if Mortimer can feel the warmth of his lost loved one, blanketing him with a feeling of calm and tranquility in knowing that they're still alive in the fond memories of others. That is actually really lovely. This pack is so sweet. Touched from attending a funeral. Mortimer was deeply moved by the beautiful tribute for his loved one. Each heartfelt word spoken in the eulogy felt like a tender embrace from the one Mortimer has lost. Like, he gave the eulogy, but I do think Simis was also giving one, so fine. And then how is everybody else doing? Bella, Cooking memories and goodbye. She does not care. She's like, I don't remember her. Like, I know she was my mother-in-law, but I didn't really have that good of a relationship with her. Unaffected. Unearthly energy from taking a nap in the crypt. Cassandra! Wow, whatever happened while Cassandra was napping in the crypt sure gave her boundless energy. It's almost out of this world. Cassandra, I should have kept an eye on you. And now she's stood here with the Grim Reaper. Like, excuse me? Friendly introduction. I mean, you're macabre, so you might as well get to know the Grim Reaper better. Maybe that's just her way of processing. What else has she got? Pinch of salt and laughter, feeling inspired. Okay, I mean, fair enough. Spread the gloom. He might like it, being who he is, you know. I'm sorry, my camera's all over the place today. Yeah, I think he liked it. I think he was into it. Take a look at Grimm's Slablet of Souls. There we go. I love the Grimm noises, like the audio effects. They kind of like. So we'll have a look at the Grim Reaper career as well, because I am excited for that. Less excited for the Undertaker career because it's kind of rabbit hole only, but the Grim career is an active career, so I'm really excited for that. What did that say? Cassandra didn't see her name anywhere on Grimm's list. Guess there's no rush on that bucket list. So she is not chased by death. Look at the way he's looking at her. I think we age up Cassandra and get her in the Reaper career. I was gonna have Cinderella do it, but I don't know. I think they're hitting it off quite well, actually. Future Reaper in the making there with Cassandra. Okay. How is Alexander doing? A friend has passed. It's important to mourn and remember the good life moments had with the departed sim. Okay. Oh. So let's try and finish this funeral. We're doing quite well. There are a few things that we still have to do. So let's get over here and we'll just go ahead and do those last things. So moment of silence. And I really love all the options, actually. These are really great. I wonder if you can do them when it's not a funeral. I like the idea of like macabre sims, like just coming and hanging around and like lighting candles at random graves. Like I really like the idea of being able to do it sort of outside of funerals. What else do I need to do? Mourn. Where's the straightforward mourn? Just mourn, straightforward mourn. There we go. Yeah, I kind of wish that they weren't like under that funeral subcategory. I wish they were like more freely available, because I've got a feeling you're not going to be able to do those unless you're attending a funeral. But you're like, you know, say for example, like, oh, look at this moment of silence. It's actually gone silent. That's pretty cool. The hands look a bit weird. Some of them look a little bit AI hand to me. Okay, what I was going to say was, so what you tend to do at a graveyard, right, is like you have the funeral, you get the grave or the plaque or whatever it is that you're getting for your person, and like say every year on their birthday you go and you light a candle at the grave. Like you don't necessarily need to be in a funeral situation to light a candle, so it's strange to me that I mean, we can check, but that seems like it might be like locked to funeral events, which I am not entirely happy about. Mourn Cornelia, sorry, wrong one. There we go. Oh, silver medal earned. It's a bit weird that we're earning medals for funerals. Okay, so that is the funeral over. So actually, now that the funeral's over, oh, I can still do it. Oh, I can do it outside of funerals. Okay, what I want to do is travel here on a different day with a different sim and see if I still have those options. Because that would be pretty cool if we can do it kind of, you know, at any time. It doesn't say that we can do it over here though. So it might be specifically locked to funerals or locked to specific sims that we know. Water the plant, please. He's still breathing. Friend has passed, shared sadness, seeing that someone Mortimer cherishes is suffering makes him sad. Jeffrey Langrab, why are you in your scruffs? What is this about? That doesn't feel appropriate because it's like really rich sims that are showing up. Mortimer showed up in this and now Jeffrey. It feels like it shouldn't be. What's a lounger? Okay, a lounger must be a specific role sim at the funerals. A bit weird that they're kind of rich sims though, I think. Like, let me just... Let me just get a picture of that. Hang on. There we go. Go away. Okay. What am I doing? Who am I? What was I trying to... I'm sorry, future editing, really. I need a second. Okay, so what I wanted to check was who is grieving that Mortimer has that buff with. Maybe Cassandra? Open profile. Oh yeah, look, friends in a time of loss. Cassandra has formed a bond with Mortimer, the kind that can only come from profound grief of death. That is cute, that is wholesome. And then we have this buff, shared sadness from a close sentiment towards someone feeling bad. Seeing someone that Mortimer cherishes is suffering makes him sad. That is so cute. Is that this pack? Or maybe we had something like that from another pack? I'm not quite sure. Okay, so Bella though. Bella's pretty happy. She is mourning. But she's not as affected as some of the other Sims. I don't know if they're necessarily console about death. There we go. I don't know if they're necessarily grieving yet. I don't know if this is... I don't know if grief is like a whole separate system that's going to like kick in maybe in 2 days. My tummy's grumbling. We do need to do thanatology though. So how do I learn about thanatology? I don't know. Oh, didn't it say that we need to befriend a... Oh, we have befriended a ghost. Okay, we've already done that. I didn't notice when it happened, but there are quite a few ghosts here. So if you're looking for like befriending ghosts, I guess this is where you come and hang out. Sorry, I don't know where I was going. I was trying to uncross my legs. They were a bit stuck. Right, okay, that's funerals then. We've done Sir, that feels grossly inappropriate. Get out of there. If you want to try a coffin, go to the centre of town. That's where you try out coffins. Okay, I think what we need to do now is go back home. And yeah. Oh, what we could do actually to kind of have a look at ghost powers as well. If we add the ghost to the household, there we go. And then we can take her back home with us and put the house back on the market or whatever. So, oh, we did actually get the money as well there. Look, household funds. Excuse me. So now we can kind of look at ghost powers and things as well. So look here, what's she apologizing for? Talk about her death. So she can like help him to kind of get over it by like talking to him. Oh, this is so wholesome. I don't want to scare him, but if I go on Ghost Mastery, I've got these comfort abilities and we can do Solar Embrace. Because this is one of the ghost powers that I picked in the last video. I'm sorry, my camera's bumping around. I need to get a new mouse. There's something wrong with it. She's still scared of the dark though. Look at how cute this is. Look at him smiling away, getting a hug off his ghost mum. Whether it be a divorce, oh hang on, here we go, look. Whether it be a divorce, loss of a job, or losing a loved one. Hang on, wait, come back, I hadn't finished reading you. Grief is a normal, albeit tough part of life that every sim has to navigate. I love this. For a life simulator to not have grief, it felt like a missed opportunity to me. It feels like something that is a really important thing that should be in a life simulator. So I'm really happy to have this pack. Mortimer has been feeling pretty down during this difficult time. With the blues grief type, Mortimer might feel more inclined to cry it out and feel sad emotions more frequently. Mortimer will lean towards a more gloomy interactions and might seem a bit more melancholic than usual. More information on this grief type and grief coping can be found in the traits section of the Simology panel. Hang on, I'm on the wrong person. So here then, look, blues grief. Yeah. Sims with this grief type frequently experience sad emotions and are prone to gloomy interactions. Sims can cope positively. I like this. I was wondering if there was going to be like positive and negative ways of coping with grief by attending grief counselling, reading, painting and improving their logic skills and practicing wellness. Yay! Because I really like cross compatibility, and spa day and yoga and wellness and meditation is something that I do in real life, and they help me with my grief so much. Like being able to kind of like gain control of your own emotions and have that kind of introspection through things like yoga and meditation helps massively. Like tarot as well has helped me with this domino effect of people dying that I've experienced in the last few years. So I don't think I would have handled that situation half as well as I did had I not had these kind of wellness practices in my life. So if anyone is unfortunately either grieving or just going through a really rough patch emotionally for whatever reason, honestly, like, you know, not even if you want to do, if you don't want to do yoga or specific meditation, you know, getting things like the Calm app, I haven't used that, but it's a similar thing where, you know, you're doing breathing exercises and it just helps you regulate your emotions on a continual basis so much easier. It worked for me anyway. Not every coping strategy is going to work for everybody. It does really depend on, you know, what you need at that time, but it did wonders for me and I highly recommend it. So with this pack, one of the main things I was wondering was, will this pack work with Spa Day? Can I practice wellness and will that help me with grief? Because it's something I would expect to be able to do. And this seems to imply that that is a thing. So very, very happy to read that. Or playing instruments. So there's all these different creative things that you can do. Is writing one of them? I'm surprised that writing isn't listed. Reading is, but writing isn't, because I think like writing poetry is incredibly cathartic. Writing about your feelings is a great process, so that would have been a cool thing to see. These activities can help lift the spirits and provide a healthy outlet for their emotions. I love that. That's really awesome. And I suppose that is because he's not actually gloomy, is he? I thought he was gloomy, but that does suit him, I think. Yeah, I love that. So nobody else is currently grieving yet. Feeling resilient. Oh, wait. What's this? This is cute. The fear of losing a loved one can't keep Cassandra down forever. In fact, being around a sim she adores makes her want to live life to the fullest. I love it. That's so cute. Okay, how is Alexander doing? Friend has passed. So we're seeing quite similar things. Cooking memories. Alexander is remembering it takes a lot to make a stew, a pinch of laughter, a scoop of Sims, and a dash of love to make it nice. Sometimes having too many cooks is just what you need. Because he did actually have the cooking together sentiment with his grandma. So I don't know if it's connected to that or if that's just by chance, but that's really, really sweet. Very, like, on topic for him to have that. Okay, look at us. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to get these right. Cornelia from beyond the grave needs to be like, family ho, let's go back to Goth Manor. So let's go ahead and do that. Travel with the family. Here we go. Wait, hang on. Why isn't Bella counting as family? Oh my goodness, did you hear the wind? It's very, very windy here in the UK today. Like, I had my window open a crack last night and the wind just like blew it like fully open. It was like a dramatic moment in an 80s music video. Okay. So we could, I mean, technically we could inherit the house. We could move in here. But I think this house here, Cinderella's currently in it, but that house suits the Goth family so much. That is not where we're going though. We're going back to Goth Manor. Here we go. I could have moved it. I could have just moved Goth Manor over to the New World. Could I have done that? The gallery is disabled when you get the colours CFE build, really early access. It's not actually part of our main game. It's almost like a separate installation of The Sims 4. And so like the gallery is disabled so we don't kind of like spoil things early and break the embargo or accidentally upload like a sim to the gallery that's like, hey, I've got this back. So yeah, we can't actually do anything like that, but I don't know if that's possible or not. Okay, so how is this gonna go? So I do love that she can give everybody these big hugs. So I want to do that again, screaming coherently. Comfort abilities, solar embrace. What is she doing? What are you doing? She's scared. She's screaming incoherently. That is not helpful in this moment. There we go. I have an idea that I think Cassandra would be really, really into to help her like get over this whole experience. Look at all this. Feeling resilient, hug from beyond, happy reminder. Oh my goodness. The fear of losing a loved one can't keep Cassandra down forever. In fact, being around a sim she adores makes her want to live life to the fullest. Cassandra just got a cozy, ethereal hug from beyond. These are so sweet. Death is a part of life and Cassandra feels the joy of living when she's around a sim that she adores. She is coping so well. I don't know if that's because she's macabre and she's just like coping so much better. Like, she's not grieving at all. And I feel like I want to take her on an adventure. We're going on an adventure. Go geeky. Sorry, my kid's childhood just entered my brain then from years gone by. I'm going to travel and we're going to take Cassandra. Look at her. I love the macabre trait, and I love how the icon changes for Sims with the macabre trait. Like, before we travel, let me just show you. Like, oh, she's happy now, but when they're kind of fine, there's just like this in the panel, and I love that. More of that, please, Sims team. When you add traits, please do add those like custom poses, because I think that's amazing. Like, they're just glaring at me and I'm here for it. Okay, travel. We're gonna take Cassandra and we're gonna go to the Afterlife neighborhood. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so bad at names. We're gonna go to Morning Vale. There's something otherworldly about Morning Vale. Maybe it's the way the wind howls through the moss-draped trees, the eerie clang from the bell tower at odd hours, or the sentient plants. No matter the reason, many ghosts choose to call this place home. The Grim Reaper has even been known to wander through now and then. Sims can find the baleful bog here, and investigate the Tarot Home Shrine by the bell tower, or listen to the whispers of the Guardian Tree and Alice. And it has some festivals and it's cool. So that is where we're gonna head. We're gonna head to Club Eternity because I feel like this is so on brand for Cassandra. She can do like that, like ghost dance. She can pretend to be like Wednesday Addams or whatever that dance is from. Let's go in here and let's go over here. Have I got music on? Hang on a second, let's turn on the music. I've got safe for streaming. Let's turn the music on. There we go. So hopefully I'm gonna have songs that I can not get copyrighted for. Ghastly Gavotte. There we go. Let's do that fun dance. I went out after my dad died, and my dad loved going out. I'm a bit antisocial. I like being in my house. I like being comfortable. I'm not about wearing high heel shoes and not being able to get a taxi home. Look at this. I don't have much space to do this, but I'm gonna give it a go. That's my favourite one. I tried. Yeah, I went out after my dad died with a brilliant group of friends from work, really awesome people, and I went to watch the Cat Empire, who are a great band, like very multicultural. Like, listen to the Cat Empire, they're so good, and it was great, and it was so like it just like released something from me. It's what I needed at the time, and I was like, I'm going out and I'm gonna have this great night out in honor of my dad, like, because my dad would want that for me, right? My dad wouldn't want me sat around crying. He'd be like, get out, live your life. So I did, and I don't know, it's just a really good memory for me. So yeah, getting out and dancing, and there's something about physically moving your body as well. Like, when you're stressed and you're all bunched up, or when you're sad and you're all hunched, like, to get out and kind of like throw your arms around, or like do yoga, or just go for a walk, like physically moving your body, it's like it helps to work through those emotions. So again, brilliant thing to do if you're grieving, or if you're going through something rough emotionally. Highly recommend. Learn this dance, get your Sims to do this dance, and like in the privacy of your own bedroom, like try and copy it, you know. Like, you know, who cares if you look stupid? Who's gonna see you? The ghosts? Like, just do it. Like, do what you need to do. Don't follow my advice. Do whatever feels good to you. If you want to get under your bed covers and cry, do that. Anyway, let's keep moving. She's having a great time. What I actually brought her here for, though, is actually, do you know what? Is there anything new on the menu? Order drink. Order drink. There are a few new recipes. I feel that like they're mostly tied to the Reaper career. I'm not seeing anything now, but I have noticed there are a couple of like special recipes that you might want to try and discover. Again, I don't want to show you too much. I want to kind of show you an overview, but I don't want to show you every single thing, because then it's boring, right? Then it's like there's nothing for you guys to explore yourselves. But I do want to give you an idea of like the gameplay and how the pack plays, and you know what to expect, because you know I used to, especially in my Sims 3 days where I didn't have a lot of money, and you know, to buy a pack it was a very, very big purchase, and I had to really think about it or really save for it to buy an expansion pack. And so I wouldn't just buy something based on, oh, the box art looks good. I'd be like watching reviews, like my friend Bet, like I used to always watch his cast reviews of like store stuff and things like that. Like English Simmer, James Turner, I'd always watch their videos because I'm like, I want to know what I'm buying before I buy it, and I'd want all the details. I'd want to know every single thing. So I do think there is space for like the gameplay videos to kind of get like to know what the kind of like day-to-day gameplay is like. So hopefully this is helpful for some of you, like deciding if you're buying it and things. And even though like obviously creator code Cinderellimouse helps out the channel if you're going to buy the pack, I'm not technically I am advertising it to you, like I was given the pack to show you the pack, but I'm not being like, you have to buy this pack, this is the most awesome pack ever, like you're gonna miss out if you don't buy it. I'm not that kind of person. But I'm quite a positive person, but I will say when I think something's missing, or if I think something's not right, I'll try and do it in a very fair way. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope that these things are helping you guys. Anyway, I want to go here together, question mark. She's such a scaredy cat. Why have I got like the most scared ghost ever? Full Moon Revelry. The Full Moon Revelry is starting now in Whispering Glen. See the Ancestor Cliff up close. Take a night swim, dance around the bonfire. Right, we'll do that and then we'll call it a day. And then, yeah, I want to get over here. So had I completed my soul's journey, I could come in here and I could like rebirth from, is this the Baleful Bog? Have I gone to the wrong, am I at the wrong bog? Is this the right bog, guys? Right, I'm at the wrong bog. This is the Baleful Bog. I'm trying to show you the pack and I've gone to the wrong bloody bog. That's something I do in real life. Like, everybody else would be at the River Leith and I'd be like at the Thames or something. Like, is this the right one? I don't really want to put a foot in there. Anyway, had I completed my soul's journey, I would be able to click on here and have my rebirth, but I can't because I haven't done that yet. But what Cassandra can do to have a really fun evening with her grandma is she can go in here and have an out-of-body experience and become a temporary ghost. So this is really exciting to me. You can actually already do this with paranormal stuff, I think it is. Is it paranormal stuff or Realm of Magic? There is a way to do this in the game already. I think it's like a fail if you're using the sales table with paranormal stuff, but I'll have to fact check that when I get my cross expansion pack stuff going on. But this is such a cool feature and something that again, when I was playing around and testing stuff with Cinderellisim, I was like, oh, hang on, if objects break in my house, or say I don't want my sim to be dead, but I want to be a temporary ghost. As a temporary ghost, you can actually access the ghost powers. So I could come in here and like every time, and it remembers. So every time I'm a ghost, if I use ghost powers, I can get the ghost powers even though I'm only a temporary ghost, I'm not actually dead. So things like being able to remove trash and dirty dishes. If you don't have Realm of Magic, because normally Cinderellisims magic, so she has like Scrubberoo and things like that. So like, excuse me. So what I can do is now like get things like this, clean up my house, and then become mortal again. So it's like a hack. I don't know if everybody's gonna like cotton on to that, but it's like very cool. So she can do all these things around, like transcendent mess around, like go for it, Cassandra, live your best life. Ghostly Traverse. I'm gonna go for the Solar Embrace because I think it's really nice. But yeah, we'll take some ghost powers for Cassandra as well. Look at her, she looks fabulous. Okay, so now that she is a temporary ghost, I love it so much. I'm not going to be able to show you mess around, I don't think, because I don't think she's like... Healthy stamina. Cassandra's ghostly energy is overflowing. So now that she's a temporary ghost, I think we should hit the Moon Festival together. Show festival info. Travel to the Moon Revelry Festival. Let's go. There we are. And then I feel like I've done justice to the back. I feel like I still need to do the Reaper career. I'll do a video on the Reaper career. But I feel like I've shown you some of the big features of the pack and how it plays in kind of like a family setting. I feel like I've done this pack justice with my reviews. So do leave a like and subscribe if you appreciate my face. And if not, whatevs. just go and watch someone else's video. But yeah, hopefully I have done it justice. So now I need to figure out where this festival is. This is the area that I've spent the least amount of time in. Oh look, there's the ancestor face. So, oh, can we click on that? View the ancestor? View the ancestor. There's so much to do in the world. I keep finding things that I can click on. You get over here as well. Cassandra, head over here to this little festival. Oh my god, they're naked. Anyone who's been watching me for a while, she's not actually naked. She's got like a bikini on, you can, or underwear on, you can see the colour of it. But anyone who's been watching me for a while will know that I love the clothing optional lot tray. I think it's so funny. And so hopefully I'm not going to get banned on YouTube. TikTok didn't like my Lovestruck videos. I got a content warning for Lovestruck. I was like, it's a teen rated game. How am I getting a content warning? But this is cool. So I think this happens like every night, which seems mad to me. I thought it was going to be like every full moon. Go here. Look at him getting down. So this is a very hippie style, like wellness, new age festival, which I kind of love. But I hope this is like really healing for Cassandra. So we can go over here, kind of like sunbathing, but we can go over here and moonbathe, which I think is really fun. Look at everybody like go. And I think this is going to tie in really well, and again, watch out for my cross expansion pack videos, but I think this is going to tie in really well with like werewolves and spellcasters and maybe even vampires, you know, people who harness the power of the moon, you know, for their powers. I think this could be really, really interesting for other occults. Well, look at these guys having a great time. How are you doing out there looking at your ancestor? Oh, look at this, celestial power. From full moon as a ghost, embracing the full moon's enchanting glow, Cornelia is now harnessing even greater experience points from performing ghost mastery. Cornelia will also gather more fear and goodwill essence too. So you're going to be able to boost this faster during a full moon. So that's really cool. Just through doing your ghost activity. So like cleaning up anything that's dirty. So I could come over here, and I guess I could like come over and like Ghost Mastery, helpful abilities, dispel material. That's not helpful, but say that was like bad, let's say that was like smelly, or it was just like a dirty plate, she could come and do that, and then she's going to get like more experience. That's really helpful, good job. That's awesome, I love that. And then does she have anything else? Oh gosh, there's so much stuff happening. Tidy whistling. Just because Cornelia is dead doesn't mean she can't keep things clean around here. I mean, she is neat. As the saying goes, cleanliness is next to ghostliness. And again, I love this because it was making me feel like there's more purpose to being a ghost, and like, I don't know, it feels like I've not lost my sim in a way when the Sims die now, because there's so much playability with them, and they're so helpful. Like, I really, really like it. And that's so funny because I've never liked things like this in the game before. Like, again, I play with aging off and like no death mods. So gloom infection from being contaminated by gloom. That's because she's macabre, because Cassandra's macabre. But she's having a decent experience out here. Out of body experience by corporeal form and hello ethereal form. So she is doing amazing. She does actually need to take care of her needs. So I'm gonna stop it there. I'm gonna leave it for now. And what can we do in the next video? I guess maybe we'll get Bella into the Reaper career and have a look at Mortimer kind of, I don't know whether to do Cinderella in the Reaper career. I probably should. And we also need to have a look at like, actually, do you know what? I'm just gonna, I'm so disorganized. If we just open this up so you can kind of see what the Ghost Historian is all about. So like thanatology skill as well. I don't know, maybe I'll do that with Cinderella Sim. I don't know. But you can write a horror book, earn royalties from publishing books. So it is kind of like writer orientated. Find a rare item in a crypt, make contact with Edith the well ghost. So go back a video if you want to see Edith. Find a rare item. So yeah, that's kind of what the aspiration's all about. I do like the idea of being like a ghost historian. like especially with the theme of ancestry throughout the pack, you know, like heirlooms and wills and like the history of who we are and where we came from. I think it's a really interesting like skill, and it's not a career but an aspiration that kind of feels a bit career like. I am gonna go. I really need to go. Early access takes a toll on me, so I'm kind of trying to take a more measured approach than my normal chaotic approach. But I hope this is helpful to you. Take care of your faces, and check out my other gameplay videos and, you know, my cross-compatibility videos, which will be coming up as well. Definitely keep an eye out for those. Take care of yourselves, take care of your Sims, take care of your family, and I will see you on the other side. Bye, friends.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through.